LAPD officer arrested, and it is his second arrest this year. KCAL News assignment editor Mike Rogers is at the desk. And Mike, this is a pretty serious charge.
It's a very serious charge. Tonight, we know he is in custody of the Los Angeles Police Department for kidnapping for ransom charges. And again, this is a former Los Angeles police officer, most recently an LAPD reserve officer. Now, what we know is LAPD's elite unit of the Robbery Homicide Division arrested him yesterday. Eric Halem is his name. He was arrested by RHD. He's being held right now without bail. Again, kidnapping for ransom is the charge he is currently being held on. LAPD not elaborating, the DA's office declining to comment tonight, but we also know this is not the first time this year he's been arrested. Back in March, he was picked up by the state for insurance fraud that apparently stems from a case in which he was allegedly using a car rental service and, according to the state, defrauding his insurance company after a crash. These are separate cases. I want to point that out. These are, as far as we know, the insurance fraud case being investigated by the state, the kidnapping for ransom case being investigated by LAPD. Like I mentioned, he was a former sworn and reserve officer with the LAPD. We've asked the LAPD for the dates of the last time he was actually in a uniform. So far, we have not gotten that answer, Rudabeh. But if the DA decides to charge this case, he could be in court as early as Monday. And again, kidnapping for ransom, a pretty serious charge.
What's up, y'all? It's Coffee on the Vid, and you hear that? Kidnapping with ransom or for ransom. That'll hit you with a life sentence, I believe. And listen, cops always get away with bullshit, man. You hear this guy was a former cop, then went to part-time reserve officer, out on bail for insurance fraud, having a luxury fleet of rental cars with his brother, staging fake crashes, bails out on that, now caught up in this ransom kidnapping shit. And there were reports of, it's all murky. LAPD, of course, is trying to cover it up. That's the thing with cops, man. 10 to 1 says that this guy probably did a lot of bullshit before, and they let him get away with it. Cops gotta pay just like everyone else. And then the bad cops would fear doing bullshit, but they don't, because they just get to retire and get it swept under the rug 99% of the fucking time, man. It ain't right. There's also reports, too, that this dude burglarized homes that he used to patrol. Just an all-around shady individual. Well, the kidnapping, insurance fraud, burglaries. I mean, come on, man. Stay tuned for updates on this one. Make sure to subscribe and hit the buttons for me for the algorithm. But for real, man, that's why the bullshit continues with the corruption so much, because cops don't pay ever. LAPD doesn't even want to talk about this when he's not even an officer anymore. I guess technically he still was a reserve officer up till his original arrest, man. But crazy story. Just another crook with a badge.